few days ago, I saw a tweet from OX Designer that said, crypto doesn't reward creators, it rewards distributors. You earn by getting attention to the thing, not by creating the thing. I thought that was really interesting, and it's kind of been sitting with me for the last few days. And in crypto, this is true, but I also think that it's true across all sorts of media that especially are dependent on the consumption of others. In crypto, it's, I would say, most obvious when you look at meme coins, where people are creating tokens based around normally recent events or things that could be memed. It's just an attention market. Meme coins are purely an attention market. I don't think that many are making meaningful things or even attempting to, other than to proliferate the meme. That's sort of the best example of what he's talking about. I think this is true across other things though. I think if you look at something like Instagram or Zora or Twitter or TikTok, while creators are earning, the platforms win, whether or not I win. If I'm making $1, a platform's making 5 cents. If I'm making nothing and the platform is running off of ads, then they're making money even from that small group of people who might be following me. It feels like no matter what, the house wins. It's really an exaggeration of the casino concept that we always talk about, at least a metaphor for it. When you look at something like Spotify or Apple Music or however you distribute your music, in exchange for the possibility to reach people, you are allowing the platform to win at a far greater value than you. One of my homies who lives in another state, he recently moved there and he makes music, and he hasn't found the music scene fully yet, but did hit someone up to hop on his show. That person told him, yeah, hop on the show, man. It's just $250 to get on stage. There will be people there, so the $250, kind of pays for that. It's funny, interesting, not funny, haha, because I think to platforms, they believe that attention is the only thing of value. It becomes really hard for people who are trying to make meaningful work that does not require immediate attention and more long focus to they just don't make anything for it. It's really tough for someone who makes long form content or series content or whatever to really say, all right, cool, here's the story I want to tell in full. You're really forcing people to pay attention for 2 minutes at a time or 1 minute at a time or 15 seconds at a time, as opposed to trying to get them to fully lock into the thing. As creators, we are normally telling really full stories, and what's ending up happening is that we're having to create these bites within the full story. I know there's someone watching this who's like, yeah, that's exactly how we want it. But on the other side of that, as creators, a lot of times we are writing with a full concept in mind. We are creating with a full concept in mind. We have built a brand with a full concept in mind. And when you're biting that brand as opposed to having a full meal of it, you can potentially lose understanding of what it's all about or lose context altogether. And I think that ends up worse for people. I think a lot about TikTok and music artists on TikTok and how simple it is to get caught in a trap when you go viral. I think about how hard it is for Ice Spice to get past Munch. I guess she did, but how hard it was, and how few artists have actually been able to from TikTok. People always argue with me about artists who came from TikTok and when you hear their full story, they aren't strictly from TikTok. I'll give Ice Spice it though. And I know for her, or at least from the audience perception, it took a long time to break through that idea of just being the girl who wrote Munch. And even now, she still experiences a lot of stigma around like the way she was on social media at the very beginning, even though she's evolved a lot now. I worry that platforms can't fully understand that attention is not the only thing of value. I guess platforms are saying attention is the only thing we provide of value. I guess that's a different story, huh? I guess that's a different set of questions. I don't think that this video, this episode of Yards, is about solutions. It's just something I recognized, something I saw. OX Designer really put that thought into my mind, and I've been kind of going off lately about the idea of how creators should be founders as well, and how tough it is for creators to become founders, because when we're looking for resources, we get treated as creators and not as people with ideas to build things, which is interesting because as creators, we're literally building things. Whatever. I have lots of ideas if you guys want to fund some of them. I guess that's all my thoughts. I hate doing episodes where I'm not telling you something or giving you some sort of action or direction or finished idea, but hopefully anyone who comes across this can try to think about either ways to take advantage of these attention markets and attention platforms that we all exist on, and they're like the only platforms in the world that we're able to use as creators, or they try to find ways to circumvent them and create their own experiences, which still requires a bit of use of these attention platforms. But if we can get people off of them, that's always been the thing. It's always the, how do I get someone from the radio to buy a CD? How do I get someone from a tweet to a mailing list? How do I get someone from an Instagram post to a mailing list, from a TikTok to a follower or a subscriber, or a Twitch subscriber or whatever? That's just the game, I guess. Game sucks, but we playing. We ain't gonna quit, so I guess it is what it is. I'll catch you guys next time.